From First Coast News, this is Good Morning Jacksonville.
Good morning to you. Your first big story now at 6 o'clock this Monday morning. It was a deadly dispute puts bystanders in danger. It was at a gas station on Jacksonville's west side.
After an argument, a man shoots into the gas station with customers inside, leaving one person dead. Another person this morning is in the hospital. Our Alex Osiris will have the latest on this case coming up in just 2 minutes. And your second big story on this Monday morning, a registered sex offender who allegedly cut off his tracking device is back behind bars.
So the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office says 35-year-old Robert Farrell was captured on Sunday. He's now being held in the county jail, being held without bond now, of course. And your third big story, we've been hearing about it for weeks, but did it live up to the hype?
Nope. The most decorated Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, we're talking about. He went up against a great white shark in the water last night. Kind of. Yeah. The race isn't sitting well with a lot of fans, including myself. We're going to talk about why. That's coming up at 6:15. But first, we've got to check in with our storm expert, meteorologist Mike Prankley.
Yes, we got a forecast that'll at least live up to the hype. It's going to be a great Monday and a fine 9 for those runners out there. Nothing like a nice early morning jog and a little bit of light rain. We're not picking up any lightning, so don't let the showers slow you down. And I'm saying showers to start, yes. Check it out. Our weather wheel showing a few showers filling in even first thing this morning, 7, 8, 9 a.m. The rain chances peak. And then as we head toward lunchtime, that'll be the time we start to dry out, maybe even a late morning, midday rainbow. So send those in. Here's the showers I was talking about. I-10 Highway 301 moving east at about 20 miles per hour. Okay, so enough to weten up the roadways. Nothing severe, but if you're McClenny and Sanderson, seeing some of those heavy downpours, and then they're going to start to move off to the east and reach the beaches, it looks like, as early as 7 a.m. We'll do some more storm tracks coming up. But first, without further ado, Katie Jeffries in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I'm watching those storms pretty closely as well. Let's take a look here. Sunrise starting to happen. This is I-10 in Chaffee. Traffic here moving pretty well. Traffic around the Jacksonville area, no big issues. But when we take a look here at the traffic map, you can see that rain that's making its way towards the Jacksonville area. So it's moving through Sanderson. It's about to make its way towards Baldwin. And the blue over here represents some ponding. So do be careful because that ponding could mean hydroplaning. So especially those of you leaving Lake City and getting on I-10, please be very careful. We did have an accident about 20 minutes ago, I-95 northbound near Old St. Augustine Road, but that was moved out of the interstate over towards the Gate gas station, so it is out of the way. You don't need to worry about it. 295 here, the East Beltway, looks like it is moving up to speed. And again, the roadways around Jacksonville at the moment are dry, but that rain is on the way. Keitha.
Thanks for that, Katie. Let's get back to that developing story we're following this morning. One person is dead and another is hurt. This after a man opens fire at a gas station with customers inside. This happened on Sunday on the city's west side on Blanding Boulevard, just north of Collins Road. We want to get right out to Alex Osiris. He's been gathering details overnight into the early morning. What do we know at this point, Alex?
Well, Keith, several people were inside of that gas station as bullets started flying here near Blanding Boulevard and Duclay Road. And this all happening last night. Police still trying to find the suspect believed to have taken off on foot after shooting this gas station. Now, we were up close to the scene and saw some evidence right in the doorway where all of this happened. Police say it started as an argument inside of the convenience store portion of this gas station. It's a mobile gas station here on Blanding Boulevard, a very highly trafficked area. Cars passing us this morning, and eventually it led to this shooting. They're not sure exactly how the two are related, the two victims in this case, but say that the one person recovering may have been hit by a stray bullet. They're still trying to figure out that relationship, though, this morning, but again, started as an argument, not exactly sure how all of that comes into play. A very convoluted situation for police to try to figure out this morning, but again, saying that that suspect took off on foot. Their investigation continues today. Live on the west side, Alex Osiris, First Coast News.
I've always wanted a day like this to come, and I've always held out hope for a day like this to come. The fact that it has come is awesome.
It's the First Coast family giving back to an organization that helped them find closure. Freddie Farrah, murdered in Jacksonville back in 1974. An arrest was finally made in May of this year. We've talked a lot about Project Cold Case. as well as the group's efforts to highlight cases like Farah's that may seem unsolvable considering the amount of time that's passed. The Farah's helped raise more than $10,000 for the organization on Saturday. They hope that money helps other families find the answers that they've been waiting for as well.
We have a quick reminder this morning for all of you headed out to the beach. You may want to avoid parts of Jacksonville Beach today as work continues to renourish the beach and the dunes. You see, workers are still planting sea oats at the south end of Jacksonville Beach, and parts of that area itself will be shut down. That's starting today as crews move sand down to the south. Areas from 14th Avenue South to 27th Avenue South will be closed off. The times and dates for closures, they vary, so just be aware if you're headed out to the beach today.
A Jacksonville business announced it's closing its doors. It's a speakeasy-style bar. Volstead announced this weekend it'll close up shop for good on August 21st. The owners citing health problems as a primary reason for closing, coupled with what they say is a lack of foot traffic downtown. The bar is going to host a farewell event that'll happen on August 18th.
6:05 is your time. I'm Lindsay Boach with a look at your top stories. President Trump's son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner is set to appear in a closed session before the Senate Intelligence Committee today. This is something that we've been following for a very long time. It's one of several congressional committees investigating possible collusion between Trump's associates and Russians seeking to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. Special counsel Robert Mueller is also investigating. Donald Trump Jr. and former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort are scheduled to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee later this week. Trump Jr. and Manafort have been embroiled in controversy after revelations that they met with a Kremlin-linked lawyer in June of 2016. Kushner was among people in the room during that meeting. A terrifying situation in San Antonio, Texas. A truck full of humans. 9 of them are now dead. Police say they're victims of human smuggling. The truck was found in a Walmart parking lot with temperatures outside over 100 degrees, and the air conditioning in the truck was not working. One person climbed out and begged for water. Somebody called 911, and when police arrived, they found 38 people inside. A 60-year-old man from Florida is in federal custody in connection with this case. The Pentagon will be called to account on Capitol Hill this week for its pricey plan to outfit Afghan soldiers. The uniforms that were ordered were a private label forest camouflage scheme. The military may have wasted $28 million by purchasing these specific uniforms without testing the effectiveness. You see, woodlands cover just 2% of the country's terrain. Move over. Barbie, Stacy, and Skipper, Mattel, and the World Wrestling Entertainment have teamed up to launch the very first WWE Girls Fashion Doll line, featuring the WWE's top female superstars. This line includes Nikki and Brie Bella, Sasha Banks, Natalya, and a few more. They'll be available for pre-order online today and then available in September at Toys R Us stores.
Are you a WWE fan?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what, though, I know, of course, that'll be great for little girls who like dolls. I guarantee you there will be plenty of the WWE typical fan. All the men lining up, get some of them, put them on their collection.
Yeah, I was planning on
Keep
getting
them in the
you one, but
boxes.
he said
No
he's not
thanks,
a
I don't
fan.
need that.
Not at all.
You're not a fan, I wouldn't know. But that's really nice nonetheless, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
6:08 is your time. Multiple airlines punished for mistreating customers at 6:12. How much they're paying in fines to the United States government.
Plus, an effort to get people back into Pokemon. It falls short. The problem players ran into, that's at 6:13.
Now that's how you want to wake up on a Monday, Katie.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
Wow, and you see a little red sky there, and they say red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. Well, we are tracking some rain, but no weather warnings. Nothing severe, but enough that you need to slow it down. Nature throws a little curveball today. The rain's coming earlier, so check out the latest radar. We're tracking areas like Highway 301, Interstate 10. We're seeing the heavy downpours right now from areas like McClenny, Sanderson. We zoom right in on here. So right now, not picking up any lightning, but if you look at some of these rain amounts along I-10, about 1/10 2/10 of an inch of rain, so that can cause some slick roadways. Be careful out there. We do a little scan here, not looking for anything severe, no wind associated with this right now with those cloud tops under 20,000 feet. Now, as we track this off to the east, this is important. This is quickly moving into Duval County as we head towards 645 and then off to Mandarin by just after 7 o'clock. And then the beaches, Katie, it looks like as early as 7:30. So we got to be on guard for that early rain today.
And that hits right during the morning commute. I mean, it kind of starts to pick up around 6:45, the commute, and that's when that rain is looking like it's moving our way. Let's start though. Look at this beautiful look towards the Fuller Warren Bridge. Gorgeous little hint of green there in the sunrise. And traffic around Jacksonville is moving well at the moment because that rain isn't here just yet. But of course, we're watching it as well, especially if you're traveling from Lake City towards the Jacksonville area. You're just kind of riding in that rain all the way towards Jacksonville, and a little bit of ponding there on I-10 near Sanderson. So that blue represents the ponding. Please be careful out there if you do encounter some of that rain. You want to slow down. If you're traveling in from the beach, I'm not seeing any slowdowns, but again, that rain hasn't moved to the beach just yet, but it's on the way. You said 7:30 was probably the time?
Yes, we'll watch areas like A1A, so we got to be extra safe out there.
Well, 3 airlines forced to pay up. American, Delta, and Frontier Airlines will now pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines.
So the airlines were fined for things like failing to refund passengers, mishandling baggage, or overbooking tickets and having to bump people off. American Airlines paid $250,000. Delta paid $200,000. Frontier, frontrunner, had to pay $400,000 in fines. So I think we can all remember this. Just how crazy everyone was for Pokemon Go just last year. And boy, did it just seem to fizzle immediately. The creators tried to get people back on the app this weekend with a Pokemon Go Fest.
Yeah, they tried. The creators released a bunch of rare Pokemon in the game for people to catch. But one Pokemon Go event out in Chicago, it didn't do so well. So many people tried to access the game that the servers shut down. The game runners apologized and promised to refund people's $20 tickets. But some people, they bought tickets for up to $400 on the secondary market. So they, as you can imagine, are not so happy.
But it was popular enough to get that many people there.
That's true. And those Pokemon Go fans there, die hard for sure.
Interested.
All right, folks, it was the race that we had all been waiting for, the greatest of all time versus a great white shark.
So how did Mike Phelps do when put up against the shark? We've got a recap of the race and reaction from some very disappointed fans when GMJ returns in 2 minutes.
You're watching Good Morning Jacksonville.
It's the race so many have waited for. We're talking about Michael Phelps, Olympic great, versus a great white shark. Yeah, what better way to kick off Shark Week? A little ridiculous, but that fits the theme. It's, of course, an easy pick. You would pick the shark. Can swim 25 to 30 miles per hour. As for Phelps, well, he can only swim 5 to 6 miles per hour. I use only loosely considering he's got more gold medals than anyone. But Phelps wore a special wetsuit and a monofin for this event. It increased his speed a little. Went head-to-head in a 100-meter race with Phelps swimming his signature stroke, the butterfly. So what happened? Could the 6'4" Olympian take down the 8-foot great white? And that 8-foot great white we had there on screen, fake. It was virtual, right? And looking at the real race, also fake shark. How about that? A lot of people weren't too happy with how that panned out. Phelps didn't race the real great white. Instead, went up against that virtual computer-generated shark. Phelps did wear the monofin for added speed, got a good start, but the simulated great white took the lead at the 25-meter mark, won it by a nose. 2 seconds was the margin. The shark finished in 36.1 seconds. Phelps finished in 38.1 seconds. I just feel like if it was a real shark, Phelps is going to swim a little faster, right? I mean, just life depends on it, and I think something will click in there. By the way, in an earlier time trial, Phelps actually did beat a reef shark, so that's something. They outswim that if he needed to. Needless to say, fans a little disappointed. They wanted to see the real thing. They had no clue what was about to happen. Emma hopped on the Twitter and gave us this reaction. Phelps takes second in a photo finish is a weird sentence to use when talking about a computer-generated race. Agree with you, Emma. And Bree, how about this? Say what you want. Phelps versus Shark is bringing America together no matter who you believe in. We all believe in Michael Phelps. And our own Mike Kay, he works here at First Coast News, does some Jaguar stuff for us. Had probably the tweet of the night, and I think we've all enjoyed this one. Mike Kay says, tune in next week when Michael Phelps races a Carnival cruise ship simulation. Listen, Phelps might be able to beat that. Why not? Give it a try, at least while it's idling.
I think Mike K might have won that one when it comes to the little Twitter battle. That was hilarious. Hoodwinked, bamboozled. I'm not happy about this, and neither is our storm expert, Mike Prangley. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Right now, though, take this gorgeous look. Downtown Jacksonville, so beautiful outside, but we do expect some rain on the way. For more on that, here's meteorologist Mike Prangley.
Yes, I like the bamboozled, flabbergasted, but hey, it's all going to work out. I've got some good news weather-wise, even though we're waking up with some umbrella weather. A few showers getting ready to move into Duval. We showed you that first light. Dry roads now, but that's going to change over the next 20 to 30 minutes across the area, reaching the beaches even as we head towards 7 a.m. So there's the drops of rain this morning with the red light, yellow light. Just slow down a little, okay? Enough rain to slicken up the roads. And then sunshades weather this afternoon. And I have rainbows in the forecast. So our postcard pic will look like this by lunchtime. So you need rain, you need sun for that rainbow. And that sunshine's going to be tracking our way this afternoon. But here's Doppler radar. The heaviest showers picked out now on the west side, western Nassau, Duval County, a sliver of Bradford County now, and back into areas of northwestern Clay County. And this is spreading east. So as we look at our precision weather, the window for rain this morning from now till about noon. Although I think as we head into A1A, notice rain by 7:30. Even the beaches should start to clear out, I think, by later this morning based on the latest trends. Some good chances of rain mainly this morning, but if you're in southeast Georgia, there's a little corridor right here that could see late day isolated storms. That's from Waycross to Brunswick with those higher chances. The big European model is in. It looks like this moist flow will continue most of the week with rounds of scattered showers and storms. And we'll have that in your 7-day forecast. And let's go back to the roadways because we've got some action out there. It's a Katie's Commuters type of morning. How's it looking, Katie, in the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center?
Well, you got to be careful if you're driving in that rain. We haven't seen rain during the morning commute in quite some time. Usually it's been during the evening commute. So let's do a few reminders here. So remember, please slow down, leave extra space between you and the car in front of you, and don't slam on your brakes. Those are kind of my 3 keys to hopefully get us through the morning, because the last thing I want is to see accidents on a Monday morning. I know that's the last thing you want as well. Let's take a look here towards our traffic. This is I-295 near Bay Meadows. Traffic there moving well, but like I said, the rain hasn't reached kind of the Jacksonville downtown area just yet. We're still waiting on it. Let's take a look at our traffic maps. You can see it's approaching the Baldwin area, and it's left some ponding on the roadways on I-10 and US 90 towards Lake City. So please do be careful. Like I said, don't slam on your brakes. I don't want hydroplaning to happen. Also wanted to let you know you could see some westbound lane closures along the Hart Bridge today through Friday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. as they do some kind of routine work on the bridge. Just be very cautious for those crews when you pass them by on the bridge. Back to you.
All right, Katie, thank you. At 6:21 is a neck pain solution for people on the go. Our deal guy, Matt Granite, is up next. He is on deck and has your savings. Plus, a piece of history washing up on a Georgia beach. Fascinating stuff, how they found it and how it's helping one family feel closer to a lost loved one. That's when GMJ returns in just 2 minutes.
Less snoring, no neck pain, sleep on the go. Well, that's a trio of awesomeness. Great to be with you. I actually had a chance to test this last summer. Far superior to anything you see in your airport. Something with a lifetime warranty that's doctor approved. For those of you unfamiliar with Black Mountain products, their lifetime warranty is key. The customer service is unbelievable. Their shipping times are fast. The free shipping on this is obviously a bonus, but today, a way to not only fix all your issues, in my case, my posture, possibly alleviate snoring, help you with your health.
Matt has an interesting body, I would say. But you know, we're working on it. It's getting stronger. We're working on the back muscle, so he will be able to alleviate the back pain.
I would buy it for under $70 with the memory foam and the fact that it's portable and you can bring it with you. In fact, I recommend that to a lot of my clients.
Ideal for summer travel and way better than any of those knockoffs you'll see at the airport. $16, free shipping, lifetime warranty, not a paid product on our website. FirstCoastNews.com is where I have you covered, and until we meet again, I'm Matt Granite for First Coast News.
Okay, so oftentimes you lose something at the beach, it's gone forever. Right? It's lost in the waves, it's lost in the sand and buried, but one special piece of jewelry was just unearthed on Jekyll.
I love this story. So the Smith family was seashell hunting when they came across a 1969 Glen Academy class ring with the initials KKW on it. So they did some digging and found out that it belonged to Kenneth Williams. And through Facebook, they found his son, whose name is Dan.
The ring was lost back in 1971.
Wow.
All of that time and Kenneth did pass away. He died in 2009, but now his family gets a little piece of him back.
This is a gift from God that really just it's saying my dad is still here and he's still looking over me and my sisters and my family.
Oh, that is so sweet. Now, Dan says he and the Smiths will actually meet up on Tuesday evening so they can meet and give the ring back. But more than that, Dan says from now on, he'll always consider the Smiths a part of his family. How sweet is that story?
What are the odds?
Yeah.
And memories from that beach trip so many years ago.
All right. Still to come on Good Morning Jacksonville on this Monday morning. A special holiday helps children who need it the most. How you can help Wolfson Children's Hospital celebrate Christmas in July.
But first, bystanders are caught in the crossfire. This is during a shooting at a gas station right here in Jacksonville. Alex Sather will have the latest in a live report when we come back in 2 minutes.